What if I told you that mind over matter really works beyond any drug, beyond any doctor, beyond anything else? What you believe, you become. What if I could prove it to you that this is true? Well, it's been proven. It's been proven through neuroscience that when you believe that you're going to get healed, like take for instance the sugar pill. Doctors will say, I have this new drug for you and it's going to change your life and it's going to heal what's wrong with you, and they give you a sugar pill, and he comes with so much excitement that you want to feel that excitement, so you start believing that this pill you're taking is really making you better and you're healing. And what happens is you heal. This has been proven time and time again. And scientists will be like, oh, that was, a couple of times that these reverends have taken place. But the truth is those people really believed. They 100% believed that they were going to heal. And they ate a sugar pill. And they healed. And they're fine. And it goes beyond that. It goes into the details of neuroscience, of when you believe, you step into the possibility of change. So 95% of the way you act, feel, respond, the emotions are pre-programmed into you by the time you're 35 years old. And there's only 5% of you that is actually wanting to make a change, wanting to grow and heal. And when 5% of you says that you want to do it, the action that takes place is reconnecting new neuroreceptors inside of your brain to create that possibility. Then action takes place, boom, which is you're taking this emotional charge, and putting it into motion, which is emotion. That's our emotions right there, is energy in motion. And when you put it into motion, you start creating this change inside you. And that's not always easy. That becomes difficult sometimes because you're rebirthing a new part of yourself. You're changing something that's been pre-programmed inside of you to do something differently. And that becomes difficult for our body. A lot of these pre-programs are stored in our body. And we're telling our body, no, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to do it this way. You're going to listen to me. And when that takes place, it becomes difficult. It's a difficult thing to do, but it becomes addictive. You start making changes and seeing results, you're going to want to always make changes. Here's something you can do to start bringing some changes into your life right now is, which way do you drive to work? Drive a different way. Drive a different way to work. What grocery store do you shop at? Every time you go out to the same grocery store, shop at a different grocery store. When you go hang out with people, you go to the same bar or the same restaurants and stuff. Do it differently. These bring little changes into your life. These little changes set you up for the big changes in your life. So if something catastrophic happens in your life, these little changes prepared you for what you were unprepared for, prepare you for what you did not foresee in the future. So what we are doing by making these little changes and telling ourselves that this is now what we're going to do and how we're going to show up and how we're going to make these changes and what we're calling and manifesting into our lives is to fully believe it and put the energy into that. So what you're doing is you're actually putting energy and attention into a future self, into a future thread. What I'm calling is the golden thread. So I sat in meditation, had this philosophy that's come through this, that I was looking at my future self of where I want to be and what I want to be doing and how I want to show up in the world at that time. And I saw this golden thread coming from my heart, and I cultivated it with emotions, with intentionality, and really charged this thread. And then I handed it off to the universe. Literally had this universal hand grab this thread and pull it into a void of space. I know it sounds crazy. It's meditation, visualization. But what I am doing is I am setting myself up to have a feeling in the future. So instead of having these pre-programmed emotions and feelings that we tap into, getting on your phone when you wake up in the morning, looking at what's going on for your day, past emotions, like trying to connect with stuff to feel something, to feel connected, I am setting myself up to feel something I've never felt before. I'm setting myself up to have an emotion and experience that has not been created yet. And what happens is my unconscious mind starts setting myself in place to reach this goal, to feel that, because it's yearning now. I now have created this desire in my unconscious to actually experience the unknown, this unknown emotion. And the experience attached to it is when I see these synchronicities, when something aligns me that feels like, ooh, is this a path that leads to what I am setting myself up to and what I'm wanting to experience, my unconscious finds a reaction of, oh, this is exciting, and draws me and pulls me to speak to that person, to show up to that party, to go to that event, because it's wanting to create what I'm setting the intention to be with this future emotion. So that's a little bit about the golden thread that I'm tapping into, and that's really new for me, but that's what is alive. And I've been going through so much change, and so much of my life is in the present moment right now, or creating a future moment that has not been yet, that I am addicted to it. I find myself yearning for experiences and asking for things that I've never experienced before, and doing stuff that I've never done before, creating workshops, creating trainings that I'm just doing naturally, that I feel drawn to, because I want to learn how to do this. I want to teach others how to do this, and there's this thrill, there's this excitement to it. You ever get on stage and feel nervous? You ever feel the nervousness when you stand in front of a bunch of people and have to give a speech, or something big happens and you're like, oh, this is I'm ready to perform. It's now my time to perform. That nervousness doesn't have to be the reason why you stop doing something, or why you fail, or create and mumble, like rant or rave, and not really focus your intention and energy into what you're really trying to say or convey or do. That energy of feeling nervous can be the catalyst for doing your best. So when I feel nervous now, I tell myself, this is my body giving me energy to be mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared to do the task at hand. And I tell myself this. And no longer, when I feel nervous, do I stumble on my words? Do I not tap into my heart and feel the emotions and be able to, now I'm able to bring the emotions of what I'm really trying to say to life. And it comes through me in the way I perform things, in the way I do my work, the way I do construction, the way I show up and do training and development, and the way I show up for my friends and family, and the way I show up as a coach for my clients. This is a new way of living. This is a new way of creating your reality and not letting the world around you create your reality. So yeah, I hope some of what I just said really touched you, and I hope you take some of this into action and bring some change into your life, and tell yourself how much you love yourself. Affirmations. Speak the affirmations, especially first thing in the morning. So important to do that. Reprogramming your brain and your unconscious is best first thing in the morning. Your brain's in the theta wave stage. This is the place between conscious and unconscious. This is the place where we're great for problem solving. Sit and talk to yourself. Tell yourself how much you're loved. Tell yourself that you can show up and accomplish anything you have to do for the day. Speak to yourself with compassion, and set the intentions of that future self that you're wanting to create. and it'll happen. I've seen ordinary people doing extraordinary things just by believing. And I believe in you, so should you. All right. Namaste, tribe.